I set myself the challenge to watch every single episode of Doctor Who ever made, from 1963 right up until the modern era, and do it all in 1 year. So far we are this far through the 4th Doctor's era, and this far through the show overall. We're in season 14. In the Masque of Mandragora, the Doctor and Sarah Jane accidentally unleash the Mandragora entity from the Mandragora helix, which then follows them back in time to 15th century Italy. This serial is notable for giving us the first explanation as to how companions and the Doctor are able to just understand anyone they meet, no matter where they go. It's explained as being a gift of the Time Lords that the Doctor allows Sarah to share in. This gift of the Time Lords has obviously always worked perfectly, except of course for that time where they didn't know whether or not the people of Atlantis would understand them when they first arrived, or that time they needed to find a translator to help with the German they met in the war games. But other than that, it's fine. It's also worth noting that the only reason this gets brought up now is that Sarah Jane gets hypnotized, and while she's under the effect of hypnosis, she suddenly finds herself curious as to how she can understand 15th century Italian. The fact that she's curious about this is seen by the Doctor as a sign that her brain has been messed with, which means that any companion that asks about this has had their brain been messed with at some point. Any companion at all who brings up how come I can understand the language wherever I go, they're being hypnotized. Important fact going forward. In the Hand of Fear, the Doctor and Sarah Jane materialize on the surface of a strange alien world that is it's just a quarry. It's just a quarry on Earth. For some reason I thought it was a strange alien world. I don't know why I made that mistake. But no, it's a quarry that is just about to explode, and all the rocks fall on Sarah. In the landslide, she finds a fossilized hand, which then possesses her and forces her to go to a nuclear reactor where it can absorb radiation, which it then uses to rebuild its alien body. This alien Eldrad was once a brutal dictator on their world, so the Doctor and Sarah Jane are forced to dispatch them by tripping them over the Doctor's scarf. At the end of this serial, the Doctor receives a summons from the Time Lords that he has to return to Gallifrey. He knows he can't bring Sarah with him, so he's forced to ask her to leave. It's a sad goodbye, but Sarah leaves the TARDIS with a cuddly frog, a cuddly owl, a tennis racket, and a potted plant. Let's see what she could have won. In The Killing Killer Who Kills People, the Doctor is forced to return to Gallifrey and become embroiled in a conspiracy where he is framed for assassinating the President. But who could really be behind this assassination attempt? Why, it's none other than... That's the Master, I guess. The Master traps the Doctor in a virtual reality where the Master's accomplice hunts the Doctor for sport. See, I told you we'd do the most dangerous game. In the face of evil, the Doctor lands on a world where a primitive tribe called the Sever-Team live in fear of a mysterious deity that has the Doctor's face for some reason. It turns out that the Sever-Team are descendants of a survey team the Doctor previously helped hundreds of years ago. The Doctor tried to fix their malfunctioning computer, but neglected to remove his own brain print from the system before he left, which led to the computer having a split personality and going insane. The Doctor is able to break into the computer's headquarters and repair it with the help of Leela, an exiled member of the Sever-Team. Leela was originally destined to grow up in the Sever-Team tribe and wear skimpy outfits, but she had dreams of being a murderer, and she wasn't going to let the tribe stand in the way of that. Leela kills 5 people over the course of the serial and then forces the Doctor to accept her as a companion. In The Robots of Death, the Doctor and Leela land on a mining ship that has a small human crew and a much larger complement of murder bots. The human crew are not required to do much work and instead leave the Stabatrons to do most of the manual labor. Mysteriously, however, several people are beginning to turn up dead on this ship. Accusations begin flying left and right. Could it be Uvanov? Could it be Zilda? Borg? Don't worry. With the help of the Detonator 3000s, we will get to the bottom of this. I'm not quite sure where to start with the Talons of Weng-Chiang. I think a lot has already been said about it. It's sort of infamous, and its failures are well documented. Aside from the less important plot and character failures, it is, of course, one of the most racist Doctor Who stories that exists. But I'm all about positivity here, so I don't want to focus on the negative. Instead, let's talk about the good things in the Talons of Weng-Chiang. I'm going to bed.